Jessie. Everyone, I hope everyone's doing well. Cats, dogs, I love cats, you know, and a lot of people love dogs. But some people do some weird stuff when it gets down to cats and dogs. You have your Shane Dawsons, who do some not very good things with cats. You have your Alinities, you have your people who got caught by 4chan with them abusing cats. And then we have JESSIEGENDER. Okay? So, let's speak a little bit. JESSIEGENDER is, let me put it like this, not a very good person. Okay? This is someone who has aligned themselves with the cornbread tube field of people, the same field of people who have, mind you, been harassing Shark300 for even being on friendly, they aren't even friends, he's just on friendly terms with Osh. And, generally falls into that sphere alongside other woke scolds. Not a very good person. And, recently in a video, apparently, Jess was talking about violence and toxicity and toxic masculinity and how that affected her when she was growing up. And she dropped this absolute bomb of a clip on Twitter, courtesy coming to us from my mutual Capples. That's actually pretty cool because I made a meme. Okay, here we go. So, we have this clip. Let's watch it.
I once threw a cat in anger. Again, no real reason. I don't even remember what the argument was. I was just pissed off. So I picked up the nearest thing near me. Didn't see it as a living being. Just picked up my cat and threw it across the room. That cat was scared of me for the rest of its life.
Okay. And then after this, Jessie would go on to say that the cat lived a very happy life, etc., etc. Which, personally, I think if the cat had an owner who traumatized it to that extent where it is forever afraid of you, it did not go on, in fact, to live a happy rest of its life. So, why am I talking about this? Why would I speak on this as an issue? Just like my stream, just like my screen. Well, it's simple. I think, and this is just me, I think animal abuse is a bad thing. And other people agree with me on this topic. Animal abuse is a very bad thing. And I find it interesting that JESSIEGENDER, who places herself in the same position as people like FD Signifier, as people like Professor Flowers, you know, a lot of people in the same field as JESSIEGENDER are the same people who don't believe that people can change from their past. If you had someone who was like a alt-right shitterhead kid, they can't change and become a better person, or you shouldn't trust them as a leftist. And meanwhile, JESSIEGENDER is sitting here saying things of this nature. Things of this nature, yeah? And I'm here to give, I guess, my unwarranted take on it. This clearly happened at a time in Jessie's life where they were going through some shit. Yeah? And I'm willing to give Jessie the benefit of the doubt that in the modern day, they have gone back, they have seen what they have done wrong, and they have decided, okay, that's bad, I did a horrible thing, I've used this animal, and I'm not going to do it anymore, I've changed. People can change. However, Jessie consistently aligns herself on the same side of the left of people who don't think that people can change. Not only that, not only does she align herself with people on that side of the left who think that people cannot change, she is on the same side of Cornbread Tube, people who are harassing an innocent black man simply for his associations with someone that they don't like. Not even his friendship, his associations. The fact of the matter is, even though people can change, that doesn't mean that people can become good. Okay? And it is important to have these conversations around toxic masculinity and what they made people do. It is important to have these conversations. But at the end of the day, really the question comes down to, why should people give the benefit of the doubt to people who won't even give other people the benefit of the doubt? Yeah? Because what I'm seeing is a level of hypocrisy from Jessie here, where she expects to be forgiven for her honest transgressions that she honestly admitted to against innocent animals, whereas she doesn't even want to, where she wants to associate with people who crap on people like Shark00 and call them horrible names, horrible slurs, actual slurs, for simply being associated with someone that they don't like and that she doesn't like. That's ridiculous. Yeah? And moreover, this idea that, you know, what happened here is something that should be forgiven is also something that could be argued that no, you know? Animal abuse is one thing that is very difficult to come from. This is something that I have always believed, even in the throes of my being deep in the alt-right pipeline when I was younger, okay? I didn't even get down to that level of like toxic masculinity where I was so angry that I would have hurt an animal. Yeah, and that isn't to say that Jessie hasn't changed. Clearly, she's showing some level of remorse. Yeah? But this doesn't track necessarily with her being a good person. Because I'm here to say this, she isn't. She isn't. Just due to her recent actions in the space, she isn't. Okay? And no amount of admitting past transgressions will change that. Because what ultimately matters is what you do now as a person. Can you really change? This is something that we saw with Shoe on Head, for example. Shoe on Head contributed heavily to the alt-right pipeline back in the day. And a lot of people gave her the benefit of the doubt. A lot of people did on the left. I did. But then she showed her tail, and it ended up not being too good. Yeah? At the end of the day, changing as a person actually depends on you becoming a good person, whether or not people like you. If JESSIEGENDER hadn't engaged in the things that she did involving Shark00 and associating with that group of people on the left, Cornbread Tube, I would be more than willing to accept this. Yeah, but looking at this here, this is an example of abuse from her past, and she maintains herself in league with other abusive people to this day. And that's sad, and that's questionable. Yeah? Fact of the matter is, this is clearly complex, yeah? And that doesn't mean that you can't meme and joke about it. I certainly have. I've made my fair amounts of goofs and gaffes. But at the same time, dude, Jessie, be better. Generally. You generally make fairly decent content. I'm not even gonna lie. You make fairly decent content when you're not malding about people on Twitter. You know, avoid the Twitter, enjoy the YouTube. You make fairly decent content. But at the same time, though, what we need is for you to be better in the online space. That's what I request, and that's what I want to see. Because I want to enjoy it, but I can't do it right now. Yeah. This is my olive branch. This is my extension. You banned me. Not banned me. You blocked me on Twitter. And I don't blame you for that. I really actually don't blame you for that. But you know what? If you see this, I'm willing to have a dialogue, not even in public. We can do it in private, if you even care to do so. That's fine if you don't. But I think you could be a pretty good ally to people on the left if you changed up some of your behaviors potentially. With that being said, if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. You can join the Discord. Link in the description to join this lovely breaking through the ceiling live chat. We have 122 people currently watching. I just gave out a Blue Sky link. You can't get that if you don't watch a live pillow stream. Moreover, I love y'all. There is no moreover, because everything's in the description. Also hit that bell icon so that you know whenever I do staying things. Love y'all. See y'all in the next video. Peace.